Good morning, me hearties. It's just me, Scottie McCLUE. It's just o'clock on the morning of Saturday, the 25th. Welcome. Lovely to have you with us. Of course, this is our early bird. Lovely to pop up and just get your views on things. I couldn't start the day without asking if the overturning of Wade v. Roe in America is a good move for society or not. So I'll be looking forward to hearing what you think about that. Absolutely incredible. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Lovely to have you with us on our early bird. We'll also be doing the main internet phone-in tonight at 9 o'clock, and you could join us live for that. How good is that? Incredible stuff. A very good morning to you. And of course, you're watching Scottie McCLUE, the world's top broadcaster and the voice of the world internet radio show. There we are. Nice, humble titles, I always say for that, which is fantastic. So glad you could join us, and do make your comments. Let's hear from you, because remember, all Scottie McCLUE's shows, 30 years this week, are all about you. That's why they've been so successful. That's why we're celebrating 30 years of live broadcasting to the people. Tremendous stuff. Do welcome everybody that's joining us. Thank you very much for coming and joining us. Always a pleasure and never a chore. Good morning and welcome. I say to you, I've popped a little poll up on the YouTube channel if anybody would like to do a vote. Mavro says, do you know how to hypnotize? Yes. Look into my eyes, Mavro. Look into my eyes. Listen to my voice. Listen to my voice. You're getting very, very sleepy. Oh, good morning, Scottie. Good morning, AJ. Lovely to have you with us. There's DINKY-DOO Green Leaf. How lovely to have you with us. Sorry, somebody had asked me to hypnotize them there. So we're just doing a bit of that. There, Susan says, good morning, Scottie. Good morning, Susan. Lovely to have you with us, and a very warm welcome. DINKY-DOO. Follow us as soon as you can, guys. Very, very important. Lots of new videos, and I've been trying my hand at singing. So I would like your opinion on that, you know. There we are. Hypnotize again with your finger. No, Mavro, we don't need the finger. We do it with the eyes, you see. That's what it's all about. So there you have it. I feel sleepy, says Mavro. Of course, Mavro. You'll be very sleepy. Your eyelids are closing. Excellent stuff. DINKY-DOO, good morning all. Lovely to have you with us, and a very, very warm welcome. Scottie McCLUE with the early bird pop-up this morning, just gone 7 o'clock on a Saturday morning. Now what, says Mavro? Mavro, you just have a nice wee sleep. You just watch everything that we do on here for the next half hour, and then you have a lovely wee sleep. That's what it's all about. David's just joined us. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I say Saturday, everybody's a little bit slower. Oh, Friday night. And of course, we are based in the United Kingdom with this broadcast, although a huge number of the audience are in the United States of America. And we love that. Fantastic. No, the morning coffee has overcome your hypnosis. Ah, good, quite right. I have the morning tea. I haven't had coffee for 43 years. But no, sorry, 41 years. That's absolutely delish. Very, very lush, I say. Fantastic stuff. Excellent stuff. James has just joined us. Lovely to have you with us, James. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Scottie McCLUE Live. Those of you who are scrolling. So there we are. Mavro says, hypnotize again once and for all. You're the best at it. Oh, no, Mavro. We don't want to do too much of a good thing, if you see what I mean. And we don't want the audience to all go to sleep for the next half hour. That would be terrible. So there we are. Where would we be if that were to happen, I say. Now, fantastic. I'm sure you're very good yourself, Mavro. Why the fixation with hypnosis? I think you should tell us a little bit of backstory. You don't have to tell us anything personal or private, of course. That's your business. But it would be nice to have a little bit of backstory. Thoughts on the rail strike? Well, I have to say on this occasion, I think probably the country is with the real people, because we're seeing so much inequality and we're seeing so much poor handling. And we used to think, no, support the government because they're on our side. This does not seem to be the case at the moment. And conservative governments, consecutive conservative governments, because we have virtually been conservative. I would even class New Labour as a conservative government, because they really sort of carried on executing Thatcherite policies. You know, that's kind of what they were about at the time. So I would say that on this occasion, the strikers are on the side of the people and on the side of right, you know, from that point of view. So I don't hold with any of the old stuff that's coming out from the government saying they're holding the country to ransom, and that's an old one. That I'm afraid, I think we're being held to ransom anyway as ordinary people. And it's a long time since public service workers had a proper rise in line with inflation. In other words, it's not really a rise at all. It's just in line with inflation. So although it does cause a fair bit of disruption, I think the people have to say, no, on this occasion, we've got to stick to our guns. So that's what I'm saying there. It's not really McCLUE type chat, that, to be quite honest, but I think on this occasion, and also I was appalled at Thatcher's handling of the miners. I mean, they were the absolute backbone of the country. There's no doubt about that. And, prior to the First World War, Britain controlled 75% of the world's coal production. 75%. But we were housed by our own petard by being too hard on Germany in the Treaty of Versailles of 1919. So there we are, and we said to Germany, and another thing you can do to humble yourselves for your Kaiser's, work over the last years and for the loss of most of a generation. Another thing you can do is give us cheap coal. And of course, that absolutely did in the British market. Follow us as soon as you can, guys. DINKY-DOO, Big McGregor, thank you very much. Bobby, thank you very much for following us. Gilles Bois in blue has just joined. Welcome, 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 I say. So lovely to have you with us on a Saturday morning. Fantastic stuff. Good morning and welcome to all of you. And feel free to take part in the poll if you're on the YouTube channel, guys. You'll see the URL for the YouTube channel at the top of my TikTok bio. I've done a lot of new videos for you as well, so I would like your opinion. Thatcher crushed the working man with the right to buy scheme. Well, A.J. Byrne also made the working man, added assets like a house to the working man's portfolio. You see what I just did there? Fantastic stuff. But yes, Thatcher was actually quite bad news. Heard you say you might be back on the radio again soon, says Alco. Any updates, Chief? Not right at the moment. I'm kind of maxed over the summer, but there's a new business has started up and it's not doing terribly well. No names, no pack drill. And I would like to see if I could perhaps, get them out of the marsh. Get them out of the marsh there. Fantastic. If I could drain the swamp. There's the wonderful Ian Hales, DINKY-DOO, and a good morning to you, Ian, and to your good self. I say to you, and a very good morning to Susan. I've just finished my night shift. Ian, this for maybe another 20 minutes or so, but it's just so lovely to be with you all on what we call the red eye shift. And well done, Ian, for your night shift. I well remember working well into the night. McCLUE spent about 25 years going to his bed at 2 o'clock in the morning. There we are. Greetings, greetings, I say. Scottie McCLUE's phone-ins, 30 years old this week. Well, next, I think it's 1 week on... No, it's not 1 week on Monday. I think it's Monday. This Monday, Scottie McCLUE at 30. How amazing is that? Frank McElroy, good morning, Scottie. Good morning, Frank. DINKY-DOO, have you been night shifting, Frank? Are you just in or are you on your way to work? There's a wonderful Alan Beatty. Good morning. What's happening, Mucker? Oh, busy this morning, Alan. Just so lovely to have everybody with us. Oh, in my case, McCLUE is on at my bedtime. Good for us, fam. Yes. What is the time in Utah? We need to know. Fantastic. In Salt Lake City. Encourage everybody we've to say so. Tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10. So do a bit of sharing, guys. And lovely to have you with us, I say. DINKY-DOO, good morning. Good morning, Frank. How good that you could join us. And welcome to our pop-up. Are you saying you're 30 or you've been on the air for that long? No. I've been on the air. Well, technically, I've been on the air since I was 9. So that's a wee while ago. But no, I've been on the air. I joined ITV in 1984. So what are we talking? So that's 38 years of professional television and radio broadcasting. 38 years. But Scottie McCLUE's phone-ins are 30 years old on Monday. So that's it this week. Is that not amazing? It's 12:12 a.m. Good for us, fam. What are you doing up so late? Although the original Scottie McCLUE phone-ins were 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. We did 3 hours live every night, solid chat. There we are. Wow, man, I like the Scottishness in you. John, how lovely of you. As Keir Starmer isn't strong enough to topple Boris, who is... Keir is, what can I say? He strikes me as a kind of plodder. So there we are. And, like the lawyer, like he is, he takes it slow and steady. The nearest Labour were to power was under Jeremy Corbyn, but the right-wing press barons clobbered Jeremy because they felt he wouldn't look after them. You see, the media is a business. So I was 2 years old when you went on television. Good for us, fam. You were born in 1982. John Skiv, tweet. Congratulations, Scottie. John, thank you. That's very, very much appreciated. I say to you, good morning, Scottie. Absolutely. Good morning, everybody. I thought you were dead, says Happy Feet Steve. Well, Steve, apparently not. So there you are. Some mornings it has felt like it, I have to confess, but no, apparently we're not. So there you go. There's a bit of news for you. Good morning, Scottie. Good morning, Simon. How lovely to have you with us, and a very warm welcome, DINKY-DOO, from Scottie McCLUE. Wonderful. Now, I've uploaded lots of new videos, and I've even had a go at singing. Now, you can feel free to give me your honest opinion. Not a problem. I've also got on the YouTube channel a poll running right now. Is the overturning of Wade v. Roe a good move for society? And it's a yes or no poll. So you decide. Top of the morning to Scottie. DINKY-DOO, you're on early, fella. Chris, we are on early this morning, but I feel the early bird catches the worm. Tremendous stuff. Good morning, Scottie. DINKY-DOO, Simon. Fantastic. So John's having a good laugh at that. I am still. Perhaps one of the most generous people in the world has just joined us. And he's also stayed true to his huge generosity and just sent me some TikToks. Fantastic. I was 2 years old when you went on the telly in 1984. I've had a wonderful morning. My main line telephone got cut off. No, nothing to do with paying bills. It got cut off by myself shutting a door. I shut the door and forgot that the mains for the plugs in one room and the connector for the telephone is in the other room. So I shut the door and severed the cable. So I thought to myself, not a problem. I have a box of bits and pieces of cables. I'll find one that works. IM Steel has sent me a game pad. This is big news, guys. So anyway, and then I saw an instruction that said, only use the approved cable. So I tried other cables and they wouldn't work. And I found a cable all beautifully coiled up this morning. I don't think it's ever been used. And I thought, I wonder if this might work. So I connected it, and hey presto, as we say. Abracadabra. So wonderful morning, Scotty. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday to you, Medicated. How lovely to have you with us. Chris says, that's what I say when I'm getting ready for fishing. I'm off tomorrow for a few days. I can't wait. Chris, have a gorgeous time fishing. You deserve the best. There we are. I would say the biggest hit in Scotland was when Ravenscraig Steelworks shut down. Well, that was Thatcher again, of course. I mind Ravenscraig, it was a proper landmark, all big and blue. It was, Ian. You're 100% correct. And can I say to you that particular Scotland has particularly suffered under conservative governments, consecutive conservative governments. An Ethernet cable. No, it's not so much an Ethernet. It was just one of these little phone cables with the little square plugs that sort of pop in. And we're back in business. People getting all upset. Just putting notice to the States. IM Steel. Absolutely. This is what we want to know. Wade v. Roe overturned. Is it a move forward for America? Is it a move forward for women? This is what we need to know. Now, who else have we got here? Mr. Box has just joined. DINKY-DOO. Guys, get following me as soon as you possibly can. Very, very important. There we go. And check out the new videos. I may have to rejoin you on TikTok, I'm thinking. Hi, Scotty DINKY-DOO. Kirsty, good morning. How lovely to have you with us. I'm not saying the name, but you remember the name of the company I work for? I do, Frank. But I'll not say the name either. I would not be so base. Just a move to induality. I am still. I really do hate the way Westminster's dragging Scotland down. Yes, John Skiv. You've got a very good point there. It's dragged it down for 300 and how many years now? 315 years. Scotland's been dragged down. There's never, ever, ever been a case for the Union. And Scotland has never fared well through the Union. So there you have it. It was a lot of jiggery-pokery and skullduggery by Queen Anne, the monarch at the time, and she was a Stuart. She had Scottish blood in her. Indiref 2, what a waste of money. Well, A.J. Byrne, I don't think it's a waste of money at all, because it could end up with Scotland governing itself. And that would not be a waste of money, I think you'll agree. Good morning, Captain, from glorious Norfolk. DINKY-DOO, Scotty. Neil, good morning. And DINKY-DOO, you see, I'm coming not from a political point at all. I'm coming from economics, you know, and we give so much to Westminster and a lot of it gets squandered. I mean, behind all this is Brexit. That's what's caused the damage. Boris Johnson's biggest error of judgment was getting Brexit done, and getting Brexit done very, very badly. So there you have it. It was always going to end badly, isn't it? The US had 50 years of Lib views, now conservative. Yeah, but I am still, I mean, there are many, many reasons for, I'm going to drop the word abortion, and I'm going to call it termination of pregnancy. And there are many, many reasons for that. I can remember a run of adverts it might be over 50 years ago. And it was a man who was pregnant. It was a guy with a big bump at the bottom of his jumper. and it said, how would you feel if it was you that got pregnant? And there was another run of adverts, make sure your baby is a wanted one. So in other words, you know, take care, take precautions. But this doesn't sit well with Roman Catholicism, for instance. So there's a lot of things to be discussed. Good morning, Scotty, says the lovely Susan in Lancashire. Dinky-Doo, good morning, Susan. Lovely to have you with us. And Dinky-Doo, Susan's a long-time listener. I do wish it fixes itself. No, I'd rather be part of the union. But AJ Byrne, why? You must have some idea why, because there's certainly no case for it, and no case can be made for the union. You know what I mean? Hello from Nova Scotia, New Scotland. We love it. Fantastic. If you can't feed them, don't breed them. AJ Byrne, very good point. Crazy day, but logic goes a long way. Yes, you end up the state bringing up your children and taking ownership of your children. Crazy day, but logic goes a long way. We like that when I am still. Scotland for freedom, says Sparky Boy. Now, Sparky Boy, you'll have something behind you there, wondering what is what. But certainly from, I'm sure from the point of view of England, Wales and Northern Ireland, you know, Scotland's been wonderful at feeding everybody. But I think now it's time for us to rebuild our economy to what it was prior to beaching. Now, you see, my worry, the reason I'm very much pro the rail workers getting sorted here and holding out, I worry that what they call modernization really comes under damage to the railways, because it was a Conservative government under Dr. Beeching. Well, the government wasn't under Dr. Beeching, but it was a Conservative government, and it was Dr. Beeching that did the Beeching report and the Beeching cuts to the railways. And the railways were a superb integrated form of transport. So, you know, so really looking at it over a period of the last 60 years, there's been tremendous damage done to our infrastructure. Time to look after our own now, Scotty, so Sparky Boy. Good for us, fam. The Constitution does not acknowledge the right to terminate. Hang on a second. Because it was not a concept in 1776. Very, very interesting. Good for us, fam. I'm gutted at the way that Nicola has made an enemy of the people. We need her now. Well, John Skiv, I don't know that she has done. You see, I don't know that she has done. I can tell you. Guys, on TikTok, I'm going to do another 5 minutes and then I'm going to reset it. So get scrolling looking for McCLUE, because I think we're a bit of a false start this morning. So you'll lose me in about 5 or 6 minutes, but I'll be back if you get my drift. I celebrated 15 years with them on Thursday, says Frank. Frank, that's brilliant. Wonderful. Good for you. Good morning, everybody, and a very, very warm welcome. If you've just joined us, you're watching Scottie McClue, the world's top broadcaster, and, of course, the world's most humble man. You see? Well, I'm from the East End of Glasgow, and she's missed all of us. John, right, fair enough. Tell us a tiny bit more. We're all up for your feedback, because this is the people's show. Sparky Boy says, don't you find it really strange that England are the only country that's not interested in independence? Yes, well, I wonder if they just haven't thought about it because they've always been fed from Scotland. You see, Scotland could manage economically on its own, but could England? That's what I ask you. Could Northern Ireland? Could Wales? So you see, you're dealing with different concepts for separate countries. You've got to take on board that British just means a land mass. And British is what we would call the crown, the British monarchy. Yes, that's how they sort of styled themselves in the 1700s to cover all the bases. So it's not the UK monarchy, although they cover the UK. It's the British monarchy, and they will be staying with us because they are Scotland, England, Northern Ireland, and Wales. Exactly, Scotty, is the Sparky Bar. Just that the people, the ones struggling, she's out of touch with the way the country is being run. Well, I don't think she's out of touch with the way the country is being run because she's running it. So you can't really be running a country and be out of touch. You can't have it both ways. We have King James to blame, says Sparky Boy. Well, yes, but you see, King William was actually a baddie. You know, some good things happened. I mean, the end of absolute monarchy, the beginning of constitutional monarchy, 1688, what they called the Glorious Revolution. But King William himself was a baddie. And the reason Scotland got into problems prior to the Union was he pulled the money out of the Darien scheme or the Darien scheme. What I mean is with first-hand poverty. John, I get you and I hear you. A very fair point. Devo says the Highland Games, July the 8th to the 10th. Whereabouts, Devo? There we are, tell more, because I've been the chieftain of the Highland Games. Fantastic stuff. Good morning, everybody, and a very, very warm welcome if you've just joined us. I'm going to do 4 more minutes on TikTok. Then I'm going to pop it down and bring it back up again very, very quickly. So I would suggest that the only time you ever need to scroll when Scottie McClue's on Nova Scotia. We send love to Nova Scotia, to New Scotland. Are you near to Halifax? Halifax in Nova Scotia. And do you embrace Scottish dancing, pipe bands, the Scottish fiddle? That's actually the original instrument of Scotland, not the bagpipe. The bagpipe was more, well, the bagpipe, the big war pipes, as we know them, are really Irish. And also the Julian pipes are Irish. There we are, we've got them as well. There's the Northumbrian pipes. Julians and Northumbrians are played by the use of a bellows strapped to your arm. So you don't have the blow stick as you do in the big pipes. QM no want to leave on that. Q, wish her all the best, Scotty. No want to be negative. John, absolutely. No. We will have to keep the monarchy or independence just will die. There we are. Syria, the home of the bagpipes. Yes, AJ. Very good point. I think it started off as, it might even go back further than that, ancient Greece. I think it started off as a bladder, probably a sheep's bladder, and a blow stick and one drone for calling in the sheep. So the shepherds had the pipes, shepherds piping. Ever eat real haggis? I have done, Devo. Yes, quite often you get it for breakfast in a Scottish breakfast or a Geordie breakfast from the northeast. If you are having a Geordie breakfast, you might do it then, have a bit of haggis. India, was it not? Sparky Boy, they also, yes, are very, very big in India. And my father went on the radio. He was in Japan just after the Hiroshima bomb. And they went on the radio with the Queen's Own Cameron Highlanders, and they played the pipes. Blood pudding, yes, indeed. So there we are. Have you ever, I don't know what that means, or was that the kilts? The kilts, what, coming from Syria? I don't know. Haggis is so nice, people don't realize. John Skiff, tweet, and you can get a haggis supper out of the chippy. Now, beautiful TikTokers, I'm going to leave you for about a few seconds and come back up, but you will lose me if you don't scroll and find me. So here we go, Dinky-Doo. There we are. We're just going to, that's that, fantastic. Right, the time is 7:31, so we've been up for about half an hour, but I'm going to carry on. But what I'm going to do is pop back up for the beautiful TikTokers, because they had to go. I think there was a problem starting this morning. We didn't get it Entirely right. So there we are. Right. We should be back on TikTok in about 2 seconds. Good morning, TikTokers, and a very, very warm welcome. Scottie McClue with you saying Dinky-Doo. Welcome back. Lovely to have you with us. Good morning, everybody. If you've just joined us, a very, very warm welcome. It is indeed Saturday, the 25th of June, 2022. And we're back on TikTok. Lovely, lovely stuff. We popped up a little bit earlier, and then we disappeared for what can't have been more than a few seconds. What would you all say, guys? I've also got a poll running on YouTube right now. And the question is the overturning of the Wade v. Roe a good move for society? All right. And we've got a 67% yes and a 33% no on the poll. So that's pretty good, I can tell you. If you've just joined us, a very warm welcome. So lovely to have you with us. And the time just gone 7:33 in the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. And we are, of course, right across the world right now. So there we are. Follow me at Scottie McClue. Click follow on the top left. That's what it's all about. Click follow on the top left and Dinky-Doo. So as soon as you come on, guys, get following big style because this is massive. Do you think the United Kingdom should stay united? Well, I think that Brexit has actually put paid to that already. See, I forecast this. I'm not being a smarty pants here, but I forecast this 6 years ago at the time of that referendum, which was a bit of a setup, actually. You know, the Leave campaign, very, very heavily funded to try and get us out of Europe to protect the millionaires and the billionaires' money. Where are you from? Says Post-Woman Joe. I'm from Scotland. There we are, Post-Woman Joe. So lovely to have you with us. And a massive Dinky-Doo. Follow us as soon as you come on, guys. Hi, Scotty, says Claudia. We spoke on the radio years ago. Claudia, I've just been telling everybody that Scottie McClue is 30 years old on Monday. 30 years of phone-ins. Give to a rest, says Gahal. Give what a rest? Follow us, guys, as soon as you can. I'm from Edinburgh, says Sam. Sam, a very warm welcome from Edinburgh. So lovely to have you with us. And Dinky-Doo, Saturday morning. Welcome, welcome, everybody. So if you want to take part on the poll, then you pop over to Scottie McClue's YouTube channel, subscribe and tap the bell, and you will see me there. It's tremendous. Yes, you just put Scottie McClue in, or you'll get the URL on the TikTok bio. What about that? Follow us as soon as you come on. Hey, says Nevada Blues. Hey, lovely to have you with us. And Dinky-Doo, how's it going? We're wonderful, Nevada Blues. I thank you. Dinky-Doo from Glasgow, Scotty. There we are. Miri Blaga. Mirel is sending me beautiful red roses. Mirel, I thank you. She just sent me 8 beautiful TikTok red roses. I've just walked the Royal Mile in Edinburgh. Good for us, fam. How fantastic. It's quite a walk. Did you come up the Cannon Gate? The early bird catches the worm. Oh, Rido. Do they not just, I say. Going good here, Nevada Blues. We're going beautifully on the TikTok. We need to get more followers, but then everybody does. But get following, guys, because this is big TikTok's top talk show. And you need to be part of it. The videos are all there for you. I would suggest that you look at every single video on TikTok because they're made with love for you from Scottie McClue. The weather's a nightmare here. Greenleaf, where are you exactly again? Neil Scotts has just followed. Thank you. What are the plans for today, Scotty? Rido. I'm going to get into the study at McClue Towers and get wading through acres of paperwork that's needing my attention. I've been so maxed recently. Follow us as soon as you can. Thank you, Admin20. I Am Steel has joined us again. How wonderful. I Am Steel. Can you inform me, what did you have to do to join us again? because I felt I was only away for seconds. Guys, I've got 2,000 likes already. We've only been up for a minute or two. There we are. I did, however, I was not told when to get back to the cruise and made the ship late to the next port. Good for us, fam. Were you in at Leith, the port of Leith? 31 degrees here and 9:36. Claudia, where are you? Greenleaf says, we're in Tyrone in Northern Ireland, Scotty man. We love you from County Tyrone. Welcome, welcome. How lovely to have you with us. I'm just about to get ready to go to the butcher's and buy half a lawn. You can't beat it. Righto. Buy a whole lawn and give somebody a roll and the other half. I went out, watched a few vids, then clicked again. John Skiff, fantastic. What did you have to do to get back? Did you have to scroll or did you just click on Scottie McClue? That's what we need to know. I have a top billing for gifts. Greenleaf, thank you very, very much. There we are. That's why I am still. You are very, very kind and generous. There we are. Dinky-Doo, I am Scotland. We're from Targovista, says Claudia. Archie, Dinky-Doo, I'm Scotland. Yes, good, Archie. Excellent. Greenleaf says I had to scroll. You had to scroll to find me. So you didn't just go straight back to @Scottie McClue. Right, that's very, very interesting, guys. Thank you for that. Dinky-Doo, I am still. What a generous person. You're sending me sunglasses and roses. Thank you for following, Baru. As soon as you come on, guys, get following. I just went onto your page and watched 1 or 2 vids, then clicked your picture. Oh, John, this is great. Thank you for that, because that shows me how to do it. Because I think we had a false start this morning, and sometimes it takes a while to get the numbers up, and then you can pop up later and the numbers go crazy. They go crazy for Scottie McClue. I like the Scotland rugby team. Well, Archie, I'm sure they will speak very highly of you if asked. Good morning, everybody, and a very warm welcome. Scottie McClue popping up early, the early bird just for you, Dinky-Doo. We're also live on the YouTube channel right now, if anybody fancies popping over and subscribing, because that's the world's best kept secret. You would just put Scottie McClue YouTube channel into your search engine, but it's Scottie McClue, and of course it's the voice of the world, internet radio. Do you like lawn yourself, Scottie? Righto. I don't like lawn, no. I love lawn sausage. Do you think Boris is an imbecile? No, no. You don't get to where Boris has got to without being extremely clever and also quite manipulative and political and what have you. So no, Boris is a very, very clever guy, but he may well have outlived his usefulness to the Conservative Party. I actually, and please do not think Scottie McClue is responsible for putting Boris into power, but it must be 25 years ago, I remember attending a very, very senior meeting. And somebody said, Scottie, you're a man of the world. Who do you think should be the next Conservative leader? And they were really struggling a bit. It was a touch bottom of the barrel at the time, I think. But I said, well, this is a long shot, and he's a bit of an outsider. This is 25 years ago, remember? I said, but you could maybe have a look at Boris. And this very senior person's face lit up. They went, Boris, yes. Now, that actually had crossed my mind. So, don't be blaming me for Boris being in power, though. I'm just telling you. East Coast lawn, West Coast square sausage. Claudia, is it not slice? Square slice. I Am Steel has sent me a cricket bat and ball. Good morning, Scottie. A general strike needed to get rid of the cunt Westminster crooks. Well, pray for questions. We haven't had a general strike since 1926. So what's that? 96 years. 96 years. So we're coming up to the 100th anniversary. It may come to that. Interesting, but I don't think that they'll get the backing that they got in the general strike. I nominate Scottie for Parliament. Good for us, fam. Guys, would you like to see McCLUE representing you as a member of Parliament? A Mike Papa. There we are, have it. Now then, who have we got here? Power to the people. Well, Greenleaf, yes, it's all very well saying power to the people, but the people also need to cash in on their education. You see, you can't give power to dafties. So if you're giving power to the people, you see, they said power was given to the people for the referendum for coming out of Europe, and the people failed us. I think that was more a bit of a setup, being able to blame the people for the outcome. Well, we only did it because it was the voice of the people. But the Leave campaign were very heavily loaded with money. See, the trick would be getting the small people, and you will prosper. Well, John Skiff, this has been Scottie McClue's mantra. This is why I have prospered over the last 30 years. Because I have always made it the people's program. And there is a company at the moment, I shan't be so base as to name them, and they're really struggling. It's a new business and it's a talk business, and they are really struggling, and I know why they're struggling, but whether they would listen to me with only 40 years experience of major broadcasting and have made media moguls probably the better part of £200 million. Huh? Oh, yes. I turned one business. You can see this on TikTok. If you look through the TikTok videos, we turned a £500,000 project into a £26 million business. Very successful. You have me, Scottie. We do, John. Dinky-Doo, bless you. Riley's just joined us. Welcome, Riley. Lovely to have you with us this early morning. The early bird catches the worm. But it's just been a joy being up with you. If you want to take part in the poll, get yourselves onto the YouTube channel, guys. You'll see the URL in the TikTok bio. It's very simple. It's youtube.com/user/Scottie McClue 1. That's not too difficult, is it? Hi, did you used to work on 105.4? So there we are. Yes, I did 20 years ago, Kev. I did indeed. Proud of you, man of the people. Yes, and I've remained a man of the people. Nobody has got to me to offer me some huge job that means, you'll no longer be a man of the people, Scottie, if you do that. There we are. So I've remained through thick and thin. There we are. And a lot of thick people have rung me, but a lot of thin people will have as well. So there we have it. Fantastic. Hello, Scottie. Hello, Leonard. Welcome, welcome. So good to have you with us live on the TikTok. Time 7:45, guys. So we came on at 7:01. There's never a dull moment. Hello, Scottie. How are you, mate? Hoban. We are fantastic. Lovely to have you with us. Scott FM, 10.3. No, 100.3, Sparky Boy. And 101.1. There we are, 100.3 and 101.1, Scott FM. That was Scotland's finest radio hour, and they blew it. Tut-tut-tut-tut. They shot the golden goose. But the golden goose is here. Dinky-Doo popping up to say hi to every single one of you. There we are. Sorry for the type errors. Not all cloudy. At least we're all joined under a Dinky-Doo nation here. Good for us, fam. We are right across the world. And I think if we can get the word out, this is huge. I've got a little bit of time on my hands this week. So what I'm going to do, guys, with that is pop up a fair old bit. So you'll just have to thole it and enjoy it. Follow us as soon as you can, guys. Everybody get following. Loved it, man. Scott FM, Sparky Boy. That was the way. There are still bits of Scott FM on the TikTok videos. I've put it on specially for you. And you can hear us giving people a right good rollicking for being half-witted on the radio. There we are, a right good rollicking. Follow us as soon as you can. Thanks, Kev. Everybody get following, guys, as quick as you can. If you haven't followed, for goodness sake, follow. And tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10. I've got 3,300 likes, guys. That's not bad, is it? And the poll on the YouTube, fantastic. So lovely to have you with us. And a big dinky-doo. How do I share this, I wonder? I'm just checking if I can share my YouTube and how you go about it. There must be a share on it, I would say. Oh, yes, there is. Shall we share the YouTube and see what's happening? Right, it might disappear for a second, but don't you disappear, guys. There we are. Sharing it. Sharing the YouTube. Fantastic. And that's popped over to that. Stick with us. There we have it. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And I'll just say something. Live now. Live now. That's all we need to say. Live now. Yes. That's it. And we'll pop that into there. Pop that into there. Just moving along here a bit, guys. And popping that up. There we are. Lovely. So I've just shared that right now. And we'll see what happens. That shouldn't take too long. And that will take us back. Lovely. Right. And what you should find is we're back in business on the YouTube as well. The most honest radio presenter in the UK. Thank you, Sparky Boy. We do tend to be a little bit on the street talking side. So we'll see if people still want to go for that. Who's the gentleman behind you in the black and white? That is me. That is Scottie McClue. That was presented to me by one of the radio stations. So that's Scottie McClue in all his glory as we started out 30 years ago on Monday. That was taken. If you're not live now, then you must be dead. That's what I say, Claudia. Fantastic. Everybody should be part of this. This should be the biggest thing on TikTok. So do get following as soon as you possibly can. Tremendous stuff. Now then, questions. There we are. That's him. Absolutely. Yes, indeed. How are we doing for time? We've been up for 47 minutes. Is that not beautiful? 47 minutes, guys, just to say hi to the world. That's what's very important. All this PC has ruined it. Well, yes, it has and it hasn't. You see, I could go on and talk from a different angle about the PC. You see, and we could maybe ask people to become PC. And what I really think of PC, and I'm going to tell you this, I would like to start, and I may well do it quite soon, an organization that is called Traditions, Customs, and Practices. And if you wish to introduce some PC stuff, you need to come to me as your representative and run it past me and have all the backing as to why it should happen. All right? And nothing should become PC until we've all agreed it. We then put it up as a poll. Do you want to vote for this or do you not? And then we have to say to some people, your PC move has been accepted. And to other people, sorry, but your PC, your derriere is out laughing it. There we are. So there you have. You consider starting a podcast channel. Good for us, fam. What would be different to what we're doing now, though? Is this not just a podcast, but it's in vision? You know, I don't know a great deal about the podcast. We've done it on the YouTube, but we just did the YouTubes. Ha ha ha, says John. Yes. Hello from Finland, says Jaime. Jaime, welcome from Finland. So lovely to have you with us. When did all this he-him nonsense start? Well, you see, AJ the Bairn, we don't actually do it on here. We won't have it because it's divisive. So all you need to do to come on Scottie McClue is just be you. It helps if we've got a name to call you, a handle. You can even make it up. We don't mind a username. But we certainly don't do any of that divisive stuff. Encourage every day. No one could have guessed, Scottie. I'm sure you know a few people. Oh, John, do I not just? There we are. Fantastic. Yes, we could have some guests on and we could do all that. But I think we'll see if we can get the phone-ins started over the next few days and weeks and see what we can do there for everybody. I think that would be a very good way to do it. Has anybody got an opinion on the overturning of Wade v. Roe? Is it good for American people? Is it good for women? Is it good for society? A good move or a not good move? Do tell us, I say to you. There we have it. Good morning, everybody, and a very warm welcome. So there we are. So I'll just say on the YouTube, lovely. There we are. Lovely to have you all with us. Lovely, guys. That's what it's about. Now, tell me what you're all getting up to this morning. This is your show, your calls. And remember tonight, 9 o'clock, the phone in. Fantastic stuff. AJ started to see the he, him, and CVs linked to profiles. Yes, I don't know that it should be on CVs. Do you remember CVs used to be everything, your address, your phone number, your age? Now a lot of that's optional. Do you see what I mean? Because it would be ageist to say to somebody, you're too old to do that. Do you count Biden a good president for the USA? Well, do you know, Greenleaf, I'm not going to answer that. What I will say to you, I think that Trump was mismanaged at the end, because I think you'll find that he has actually been much bigger for America than people thought. And I don't think he should have been drummed out of the brownies at the end, because I think Trump brought great things to America and may well have saved America from its fate. We'll see what happens with all this next step that's happening. Is that the one finger method typing, Scotty? Oh, yes. That's why I do a lot in uppercase. I agree totally with Trump, says Greenleaf. You see, I think people are realizing the media turned on Trump because of his honesty. And that's the point I'm making. Although he said all these things, he was actually very, very honest. And Trump's rallies nowadays in America are huge. Trump was good for America, and I think he'll be back. I think, John, Trump will be back in a couple of years' time. Trump had a big set, Sparky Boy, yes. I'll not mention the word, but he did. He had grown a pair. The media has too much power. Yes, indeed. And we don't have enough of a variety of media. And this is where everybody should have access to Scottie McClue. And everybody should know about Scottie McClue. But that's up to you guys to get sharing and watching. If Trump was there, Putin would never have done what he's done. Do you know, Sparky Boy, that's a very, very interesting point of view. Could Trump have saved the world from that war? You know, very, very good point. Like it, Sparky. There's the wonderful Glenn. Good morning, Glenn Peacock. Good morning, Scotty. Dinky-Doo. Lovely to have you with us, Glenn. And a massive Dinky-Doo. On paper, Trump did a good job. Yes, and on paper is actually the legacy. You know, the media is not the legacy from Trump's point of view. I understand your perspective about Trump. However, he did create a lot of division in the States. Good for us, fam. Yes, he did. You know, he was divisive. But politics is a bit like that. And politicians like to divide. Because if you start splitting up the people, you've got more of a chance of control. Now, you see, let me throw another thing into the mix about the gun laws. I know an outsider to America. And I mean, I'm an outsider to America. Do you know what I mean? I'm a British subject, a citizen. And I was an EU citizen until the idiots did that madness called Brexit, which has completely wrecked our economy. Why would he not? He's got Scottish blood in him. Trump has got Scottish blood. He was working, Yes, let's not forget Putin was working with Trump to disconnect from NATO. Well, you see, I think Trump says, Trump saw something in what's going on that maybe not everybody saw. You have to have eyes in the back of your head these days, I can tell you. But yes, what was I going to throw into the mix for you there? The gun lobby. So as an outsider looking at it just with a clear head, you think, what on earth are people doing with guns in this day and age in any country? But in actual fact, you look at the history of battles. Now, the Americans have been involved in a lot of battles, but none of them on American soil, because they have the largest private army in the world. And if anybody attacked America on American soil, could you imagine if the gun lobby rallied in defense of America? You see? Now, there's a very interesting thought thrown into the mix by McCLUE. And you can always argue back with me. We have RG Bargy on here. I am virtually the father of RG Bargy. There we are. I heard another talk show host using my chat the other day. Trump doesn't want a war. The man's a money-making machine. Well, Sparky boy, there's nothing wrong with being a money-making machine if you can trickle down to the people. Well, I've got no time for these people who are money-making machines and they store it all in their own house. You know what I mean? They're just misers. Have a great day, Scotty Greenleaf. You too. Thank you for all your kindness. It works for the Swiss, says AJ Byrne. Yes, absolutely understandable. It's no better or no worse. So there we are. Good for us, fam, chatting away their lovely stuff. None of which they've won. No, I would say that they won the Second World War along with us. Do you know what I mean? I think the Americans coming into the war, albeit a bit late, the 4-year war, was what eventually did in the Nazis, or the Nazis, as Churchill used to talk about. There we are. Good morning, everybody. Scottish Kev, good morning. Lovely to have you with us. And DINKY-DOO. Guys, I've just realized we are out of time. What a fantastic program this morning. Completely unexpected, random pop-up. There's a poll, by the way, running on the YouTube channel. So get yourselves into that. Good morning, everybody, and welcome, I say. One more minute. Yes, Scotty, miser, the words you use are like straight from my granda. Lol, just the way you speak. Well, Johnskiv, we're just doing straight talking. And that's what I say I think the Donald was doing. The USA only came into the war once Churchill handed over the keys to the Atlantic. You did, AJ Byrne. Yes, more or less sold out in exchange for weaponry and assistance. Okay, have a nice day, Scotty. Enjoy it. John Skiv, we've loved your input this morning. Very, very good. Have a lovely, lovely day. DINKY-DOO. There's our beautiful TikTokers have just had to dash off. Lovely to have them with us, of course. And to every single one of you, what a joy it's been this morning having you with us. It always is. It always is. Do me a favor and get sharing everything to do with Scottie McClue on the internet. Just get sharing it. Get it out there. Look at all the videos on YouTube. Look at the videos on TikTok. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow me on TikTok. And of course, we'll pop up tonight at 9 o'clock live with the phone in. I will expect your call. International calls, put +44 in front of 0141 628 9795. You'll see the number in front of you tonight. Scottie McClue says DINKY-DOO to every single one of you. Ta-ra, lads. Have a gorgeous day and stay fabulous.